Hi everyone, welcome back. Onita here. Today's video is going to be the books I think I will give 5 stars to in 2022. I have 12 books, around 1 or 2 a month, although I'm a little bit behind on that, but I do have 12 books I want to talk about for my 5-star predictions. The first one being Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. This is a duology set in the same universe as the Shadow and Bone trilogy, which I enjoyed, I liked. Wasn't my overall favourite, but I did enjoy it. Now, I have heard if you didn't particularly like Shadow and Bone, you will really love this one. I hope I do. I hope that's correct. So that's why this is on my 5-star predictions list. I really do enjoy the world of the Shadow and Bone. It's really fascinating, but overall I was just feeling pretty fine about the trilogy. I'm hoping Six of Crows will change that though. And it does deal with the heist. I have heard there's like a really good romance or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but I know it's about a heist. I don't know what the heist is about, but there's a heist. This is just a lot of people's favorite books. A lot of people love this book, love this duology, and I want to see what the hype is about. The next book, Middle Game by Shauna Maguire. I have read a book by this author from her that she was writing as a pseudonym, Myra Grant. The Newsflesh trilogy is like a zombie trilogy, and this one is about Roger and Dodger. Roger is skilled with words and languages, and Roger and Dodger are twins, and Dodger and her obsession is with numbers. She's very good with numbers, and it's about this man who wants to raise them as gods. I'm just hoping I really love this. I really do thoroughly enjoy her writing. I'm happy I have this cover. It's stunning. It's beautiful. Look at it. I do love this cover though. It's so simple. This is the same author as well from the Every Heart a Doorway series as well. I think that's the name of the series. I'm not entirely sure. It's the little short little novella ones about like portal fantasy. But I really want to read this. It's about godhood and I'm just excited to read this. I've been wanting this book for a while. The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. This is a Greek fantasy, not fantasy, Greek mythology retelling about Achilles and Patroclus. I know this has made a lot of people cry. Do I want books to make me cry? No, I really don't, but it's going to happen. Now, I have heard this is a lot of people's favourite books, and I've heard it's also really good. Patroclus and Achilles are lovers in this book. I actually really don't know too much about this. All I know is that I really want to read it. I really think I could love it, which is why this is on my 5-star predictions. Heartstopper Volume 5 by Alice Oseman. This is the 4th one, obviously. I just don't have the 5th one. It hasn't even come out yet. I don't even know if there is going to be a 5th one. It follows 2 boys, Nick and Charlie. One is gay, one is bisexual, and they form this friendship which then turns into a love story. And the 3rd and 4th volumes in this series does deal with mental health issues, and it's really good. I gave all the other books 5 stars out of 5. Am I cheating a little bit because I know that all the other books I gave 5 stars to, so the 5th one will be 5 stars? Probably, but you never know. It is a series, and series do like go down, up with star ratings and stuff, but this is just such a wholesome, sweet, beautiful, loving, caring graphic novel. And I do think this could be a 5 stars out of 5, especially since it's like the end, it's like the conclusion to it. And I'll be reading it when it comes out, like as soon as it comes out. Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. This is the book for the very, very popular and one of my favorite movies of all time, the movie Jurassic Park. If you don't know what this book is, or what the movie is even, where have you been hiding for the past 20 or so years? Like, seriously, where have you been? It follows a rich man who has discovered DNA, discovered that in an ember there's a little mosquito that holds dinosaur DNA. This billionaire discovers or creates this DNA, or this technology I should say, that can clone and replicate dinosaurs. And they make dinosaurs alright, and they make a theme park out of it to get money, to get people in, and chaos ensues from there when something goes completely horribly wrong. I have seen that it does have like, oh my gosh, where's the page? It does have like little graphs like that, so it does have a bit of a multimedia format in that aspect. I have seen we get Ellie Sattler, Alan Grant, Ian Malcolm, Tim and Lexi, the little kids, Elizabeth the Dark Side, to creating this park. I've heard this is a really damn good book. Yes, the movie is fantastic, but this book is just better somehow. Obviously, the book is always going to be better than the movie, but I just heard a lot of people just love this book. The Binding by Bridget Collins. Imagine you could erase your grief. Imagine you could forget your pain. Imagine you could hide a secret forever. Emmett Farmer is working in the fields when a letter arrives summoning him to begin an apprenticeship. He will work for a bookbinder, a vocation that arouses fear, suspicion, and prejudice, but one neither he nor his parents can afford to refuse. For some reason, I thought we were following a female main character, not a male main character, which is fine. He will learn to handcraft beautiful volumes, and within each he will capture something unique and extraordinary, a memory. If there's something you want to forget, he can help. If there's something you need to erase, he can assist. Your past will be stored safely in a book, and you will never remember your secret, however terrible. In a vault under his mentor's workshop, row upon row of books and memories are meticulously stored and recorded. Then one day Emmett makes an astonishing discovery. One of them has his name on it. Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman. I think that this was his debut novel. Under the streets of London lies a world most people could never dream of. When Richard Mayhew stops to help a girl he finds bleeding in the street, his unremarkable life changes in an instant. This act of kindness leads him to a place filled with murders and angels, pale girls in black velvet, a beast in a labyrinth, and an earl who holds court in a tube train. It is strangely familiar yet utterly bizarre. Here is London below, the city of people who have fallen between the cracks, and for Richard Mayhew it's just the beginning. I have read a previous Neil Gaiman book, The Man Who Lost His Marquee, or The Man Who Got His Marquee, or The Man Who Won His Marquee, or something like that. I gave that book 5 stars out of 5 for like a 20, 30, I think even 50 page little itty bitty book. I gave it 5 stars out of 5. Attention to detail, the world building he created within this very short, teeny tiny little itty bitty book was incredible. I do think I will give this book 5 stars. I do think this author has potential to be a favorite of mine. I've just been too scared to read his books because I'm afraid that I will get lost in it and I will just be so confused about what is reality, what is truth, that I just be like, hello, am I sucked in this world so much where I believe it's real, or is reality like where I'm sitting now real? You know what I mean? Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is a very hyped book. I never got the chance to read it. I've been wanting to read it for ages. It follows this band, the Six, and Daisy Jones. Daisy Jones eventually comes into this band, the Six. They become very popular. They sell out arenas from coast to coast. And the 12th of July 1979, they end up splitting up. I'm told an interview format about this band, their relationship with each other, what happened for them to split up. When I first when I first picked this book up and had a flick through and had a bit of a read, I thought to myself, is this like a real band? It's not a real band, it's a fictional band. I've heard the audiobook is really good, but I can't do audiobooks. It puts me to sleep way too quickly and bores me half to death sometimes. Actually, all the time it does. I've tried before, trust me. I really want to read it. It'll be a quick read for me because it is told in interview format, and I just can't wait. There is going to be an adaptation for this as well, so I really got to get a wriggle on with that before it comes out. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. This is the special edition of it, and let me just show you how beautiful it is. We have beautiful end pages. We have stunning front cover, a stunning back cover that says, I remember you. This book was meant to come with like images and illustrations in it, but oh no. There's a specific book for that called the Illustrated Edition. I'm not complaining about this one because it does it have a foreword? I think it has a foreword by the author. Yes, it does have a foreword by the author, so I'm very happy with this book. Yes, the blue color is better in person than it is when you see it online. It is so much better in person. And this follows a woman by the name of Addie LaRue who lived in France, God, what year? 1714. and in a moment of desperation, she makes a bargain with the devil to live forever, but in doing so, she makes a deal with a bargain to live forever, but in doing that, she will be forgotten by everyone. She can't make lasting relationships, friendships, everyone will forget her just like that. And it is slow burn as well, so I'm hoping that the slow burn, I like a good slow burn novel, as long as there is something interesting within the story to really grasp my attention, and I hope to really love this book. The Immortalists by Chloe Benjamin. This follows a group of siblings. There's like 4 siblings, and they have heard that there is a traveling psychic that will tell you when you are going to die. So the siblings, with no better judgment, decide to go and talk to this traveling psychic to know when they are going to die. Them knowing when they could die could hold grave consequences for them, like they may not even live their life to how they should be because they're always too worried about when they're going to die. I have wanted this book for such a long flipping time. I've wanted to read it for so long. It just sounds like something I could really absolutely love. And I've heard a lot of people do really enjoy this book, so I'm very excited for that. Summer Suns by Lee Mandello. I have wanted to read this since last year, just never got the chance to. This is Lee Mandello's debut novel. It is a sweltering, queer Southern Gothic that crosses Appalachian street racing with academic intrigue, all haunted by a hungry ghost. Andrew and Eddie did everything together. They were best friends, bonded more deeply than brothers until Eddie left Andrew behind to start his graduate program at Vanderbilt. 6 months later, only days before Andrew has to join him in Nashville, Eddie dies of an apparent suicide. He leaves Andrew a horrible inheritance, a roommate he doesn't know, friends he never asked for, and a gruesome phantom that hungers for him. As Andrew reaches for the truth of Eddie's death, he uncovers the lies and secrets left behind by the person he trusted most, discovering a family history soaked in blood and death, whirling between the backstabbing academic world where Eddie spent his days and a circle of hot boys, fast cars, and hard drugs that ruled Eddie's nights. The walls Andrew has built against the world begin to crumble, and there is something awful lurking, waiting for those walls to fall. God damn, that just speaks to my soul. About longing for these 2 boys that I'm assuming they felt that they had the connection, but then obviously one of them died. And then it's just, oh god, it sounds incredible. This is the last book on the list, The 10,000 Doors of January by Alex E. Harrow. I had briefly picked this book up in the bookstore, and I'm sorry I did not pick it up right there and then because the first page was just beautiful, flowery writing, really grasped my attention. I was just stupid at that point and didn't pick it up. According to January Scholar, there's only one way to run away from your own story, and that's to sneak into someone else's. In a sprawling mansion filled with peculiar treasures, January Scholar is a curiosity herself. As the ward of the wealthy Mr. Locke, she feels little different from the artifacts that decorate the halls, carefully maintained, largely ignored, and utterly out of place. But her quiet existence is shattered when she stumbles across a strange book, a book that carries a scent of other worlds and tells a tale of secret doors, of love, adventure, and danger. Each page reveals more impossible truths about the world, and January discovers a story increasingly entwined with her own. This author does have other books as well. The Once and Future Witches, I think, was the other one. Yeah, I think there's a bit of a trend happening here. I have wanted to read this book for so long, you have no idea how long. And it will be read this year. If not, you can get angry at me if I don't end up getting to this book. So that's it. All the 12 books I plan on reading that I think will be a 5-star read for me, just based on what I've given 5 stars before, just me knowing what I like. So if you liked it, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment down below. Do you think this will be a 5-star for me? If you've watched this channel for a while and know what my reading tastes are like, I would really like to know. Have you read any of these books? Did you give them 5 stars? I would also really like to know. Like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.